Good evening. This is Poems from Me to You. A little late for the solstice. Almost Christmas, almost Hanukkah, almost Kwanzaa. Facebook love number 342. The days are dark and short, and every year I am more sentimental, more impatient with seasonal demands of cheer and parties and gift giving. And while I enjoy all of that, I really do, for some reason it just doesn't resonate much with me, at least when I'm alone. And if I find myself amongst a lot of people, I enjoy it very much. But I also feel the need to be quieter, to wrap myself up in a quilt with a cat in my lap. I'm even more pensive than normal, and poetry calls, my own, other people's. So, seeking warmth, I dipped into Wendell and Mary Oliver, and I have one of my own as well for the end. So, with Christmas coming soon, I find myself thinking about the meaning of a baby born to be sacrificed. It's kind of grim to say it that way, but that's how I see it. All of my favorite Christmas songs are kind of sad, and the other thing that really comes to me is the wonder of creation, the wonder of anything at all arriving, surviving, and sometimes thriving. And I feel like thriving is something you choose. So I want to start with a piece from Wendell that to me illustrates thriving. This is probably his most famous book. It's backwards, I apologize. The Piece of Wild Things. And the very first poem is The Apple Tree. In the essential prose of things, the apple tree stands up, emphatic among the accidents of the afternoon, solvent, not to be denied. The grass has been cut down carefully to leave the orange poppies still in bloom. The tree stands up in the odor of the grass drying. The forked trunk and branches are also a kind of necessary prose, shingled with leaves, pigment, and song imposed on the blunt lineaments of fact. A foliage of small birds among them. The tree lifts itself up in the garden, the clutter of its green leaves having the light, stating the unalterable congruity and form of its casual growth. The crimson finches appear and disappear, singing among the design. The Apple Tree by Wendell. Here's another that makes me feel the wonder of what exists and how amazing it is just existing. The Swan by Mary Oliver. Did you too see it drifting all night on the black river? Did you see it in the morning rising into the silvery air, an armful of white blossoms? A perfect commotion of silk and linen as it leaned into the bondage of its wings. A snowbank, a bank of lilies, biting the air with its black beak. Did you hear it? Fluting and whistling, a shrill, dark music, like the rain pelting the trees, like a waterfall knifing down the black ledges. And did you see it, finally, just under the clouds? A white cross streaming across the sky, its feet like black leaves, its wings like the stretching light of the river. And did you feel it in your heart? How it pertained to everything? And have you too finally figured out what beauty is for? And have you changed your life? The Swan by Mary Oliver. Last, I want to give you one of my own. I haven't written one at this time of year recently, but I have quite a handful of solstice and Christmas time deep winter poems. This one is from 2017, simply titled A Solstice Poem. Waiting. The day's light lessens as solstice arrives. Walls draw closer when cold drives us indoors. Candles are called for. Quilts and sweaters. The cat seeks a lap. I celebrate Advent as well as Christmas, waiting for Emmanuel, reminded again God with us is no common miracle. The story, though, is of common folk, the low and strange, first to greet an unhomed child in a cramped, smelly place. I crave solace, quietude, to ponder how much is given, and then to accept it. Waiting, from 2017, an original. This week and next are so busy, but the moments I always remember are the ones that feel like that, where I'm just quiet with a book or a TV show and just sort of drifting, not really paying attention except to the ears of the cat closest to me in my lap, or the one dangling a paw over my shoulder, tangling his claws up in my hair, thinking about the miracle of just being. Pensive tonight. Poems from Me to You, number 342. I'll see you again. Bye.